Bear Tattoo here. Well, man, I was wrong about the Bears. They didn't win close. They won big, which was great. But before I get started, I have to correct some things that I said on my video last night. I must have been sleeping or something. Number one, Sam Bradford doesn't play for the Rams anymore. He plays for Philadelphia. It's Nick Foles is the quarterback. I kept talking about Bradford. So I apologize for that. The other one was, I said Eddie Goldman got suspended for PEDs. It wasn't Eddie Goldman. It was Ego Ferguson. So shows you how much my brain is working when I'm doing these videos. Anyway, I got that squared away. But the Bears won. Great game. I think that just about every facet of the game they played well except for one facet of the game, and that was Mariani. My God, we need to find somebody else. That man, I think in the second half he was told to kneel down in the end zone, which is fine with me. At least we get the ball on the 20 instead of the 10 or the 9-yard line, or have him fumble. So that whole, I feel bad for guys like that. They're just trying to earn a living. The guy was probably great at one time, but we need to look for somebody else. He's just never going to make it with the Bears if we're going to be successful. So that's one issue. Other thing, Zach Miller. Yeah, Zach and I have something in common. We both went to the same college. He went to the University of Nebraska, Omaha. So did I. He was a few years after me, but we both went to the same school. He played quarterback there. I just feel so happy for him because I think he's a great competitor. He just wants to play. He's had a lot of injuries, and hopefully he can make it through this season because I think he's a good ball player. And he proved today that man has some speed, boy, running that ball all the way down the field. And as somebody told me, maybe Marty Bennett ought to take some lessons from him about getting up the field. So anyway, kudos to Zach, and he had 2 touchdowns, which is great for him. I think he's coming into his own, and it's great to have somebody, out there, another receiver that can catch the ball and that has some speed. So I think you're going to start seeing him be more of a factor in the games. They're going to work him into the plays. I also said, hey, we needed Alshon. Well, Alshon wasn't much of a factor in the game today. He caught a couple of passes, and it's good, and I'm glad he was in the game because he's a threat. But with Zach Miller's play, and then also Jeremy Langford, that guy is going to be a great ball player for the Bears. I love Matt Forte. He's a great guy. He's getting old. They're going to have a tough decision come the end of the season. Do they extend Matt's contract, or do they push the chips to the center of the table for Langford? At some point, they're going to have to say goodbye to Forte. Not that I want them to do that, because I think he is a great player, but all good things come to an end. So that'll be Pace and Fox will have to make that decision at the end of the year, what they're going to do. Couple other things. Lamar Houston had another sack today. What's up with that guy? He's really starting to come on, which is a great deal. We can use all the help we can get. Robbie Gould back on track again, making his kicks, so that's good. We need him to be good going down the stretch. And the other thing that was just absolutely great, I just loved it today, was Jay running down the field on that read option play. Oh, man. If he was just a little bit faster, he would have gone all the way too, but I don't blame him for sliding because those guys were going to kill him, and he doesn't need to have that happen. One thing about the Rams, they have a great punter. He was hitting that ball down the field 50 yards at a crack. He's great, man. The one thing he doesn't do well is throw a pass. that was a bad play, and I just loved it because Fisher thinks he's so freaking smart. Didn't work that time, Jeffy. So, good. Anyway, the Bears won. They won big. A lot better than I thought. I just thought this was more of a complete game for the Bears that they've had all year, which is great. They're starting to come together on defense. Porter had some great plays. Shea McClellan recovers a fumble. What's up with that guy? All of a sudden, these guys are starting to play and on defense, and so I'm getting a little bit more confident that they can do some things. So next week we got the Broncos. Gosh, Peyton Manning, he's just looking terrible. But why does he have to lose 2 in a row before he comes to play the Bears? I don't know. But anyway, I think that he's got to come to Soldier Field. The Bears are playing well on defense. I think the Bears can win that game, even though everybody thinks the Broncos are so great. They're not as great as New England because New England pulled it out of their butt today against the Giants. So, anyway, Bears, Broncos next week. I'm hoping for a victory, but I'll talk before the game.